No one is teaching your kids to be gay. Sometimes they just are gay. I have math to teach. I literally don't have time to teach your kids to be gay, even if I cared enough to. I don't. I want to teach them literacy and numbers. If you've spent time in a classroom, you'd know it's hard enough to get your kids to put their name on their papers. We do not have the power to change a part of them that has always been part of them. If you don't already know this, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Every single one of them. Gay, straight, black, white, Asian, trans, all of them. And I love them all, exactly as their weird little selves are.
Last week I was floored by a video of a parent offering a much needed dose of reality amidst the culture war that Republicans are bringing to classrooms.
I think you ought to have people of good moral standards, people in the community that maybe even are voted on, pastors like Paul Duncan. He would never steer you wrong.
I do not want random people with no education background or experience determining what books my child can read, what curriculum they learn, and what clubs they can join. Just because you can get up at every meeting and rant and rave does not give you authority over my child's education. The speaker speaking about what great Christians they are, great. Go tell your pastor. Our schools are not your church. Thank you.
And this week I wanted to bring your attention to another video, only this one comes from someone who is well aware of what goes on inside the classrooms. Someone whose job's already hard enough without parents and school board members brainwashed by Fox News talking points, accusing them of absurdities, the teachers themselves.
No one is teaching your kids to be gay. Sometimes they just are gay. I have math to teach. I literally don't have time to teach your kids to be gay, even if I cared enough to. I don't. I want to teach them literacy and numbers. Numeracy, if you will. If you've spent time in a classroom, you'd know it's hard enough to get your kids to put their name on their papers. We do not have the power to change a part of them that has always been part of them. Students are watching their teachers being picked off in a witch hunt. They're learning that people of a certain group don't matter right now, and I would hate to break it to you, but more of your kids were already a part of that group before they walked through my door. That was under someone else's watch, potentially even their parents. Our students are learning that if someone is different from them, all they have to do is be a bully and their existence will become political. We can hop in our Hernando County time machine and go back to 1950 and remove rights that we don't care for. According to the ideology being shared, I should be straight. I walked into every classroom throughout my entire time as a student, gay, with straight teachers against all odds. I walked across the graduation stage, gay. There were no rainbows, and yet there I was, gay. And real and human and deserving of rights. If we are criminals because we accept people for who they are, then let it be known that I literally don't care what you're attracted to, who you want to be, what you want to be called. Just sit down, pay attention, look up from your phones and look up at your teacher at the board, learn some math. If that's a crime, cuff me now. If you don't already know this, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Every single one of them. Gay, straight, black, white, Asian, trans, all of them. And I love them all, exactly as their weird little selves are. This gay teacher who accepts her students exactly the way they are outscored the county average by 15% in geometry and outscored the state by 10%. And now a sub will take my spot in my cold, bare classroom.
This video shows Alyssa Marano speaking at the Hernando School Board meeting last month. This comes as conservative forces are growing on several school boards across Florida, but in Hernando, a response spearheaded by teachers like this actually held back a right-wing attempt to remove a superintendent. And if you're wondering what all the fuss was over, well, it was after a school board member reported a teacher for showing a 5th grade class a Disney movie that just so happened to have a gay character in it, because imagine that.
It is an incredibly long night for parents and others attending a school board meeting in Hernando County.
More than 600 people packing the Hernando High School auditorium Tuesday, fired up over a controversial Disney movie and if it should have been shown to a 5th grade class. The film, called Strange World, featuring a gay character, the crux of the matter.
And to all the gay children in Hernando County, you are perfect just the way you are. You deserve to be in Disney films. You deserve to be represented in class. Be Be proud of who you are and walk with your head held high.
Now, a state investigation taking aim at the issue. The findings of the Florida Department of Education hang in the balance.
This is why our district has not only become a laughingstock in our own state, but a national embarrassment coast to coast.
And to absolutely no surprise, one of the board members who was at the forefront of this attack on teachers was backed by hate group Moms for Liberty. You know, the group that actually featured a literal Hitler quote in one of their briefings.
And I'm going to use the rest of my time for a moment of silence in response to Moms for Liberty, who I think a few of you guys have already left, so it must not be that important to be here, who quoted Adolf Hitler yesterday in their newsletter, stating that he who controls the youth controls the world.
Disgusting.
Moment of silence to think about what that means today.
Oh, that's so pathetic.
You're gonna escort me out as I'm asking for a moment of silence for Holocaust victims.
We did have a moment of silence.
No, we did not. You interrupted that.
Okay, Officer Cunningham, can you please escort this gentleman out?
They're the ones that are worried about what kids are learning. But as Marano proved here, her and countless of her colleagues were not willing to go down without a fight.
I've been sitting here tonight and I'm appalled by how many gay people are here.
Yeah.
This is not what happened when I went to school. Teachers didn't teach gayism, lesbianism, and whatever ism it is this week.
I'm here to speak on agenda item 231437, approval of personnel recommendations. I was recognized by this county as the District Teacher of the Year this year, an honor that I am incredibly grateful for. I attended school here in this county since the 4th grade, and I served on that board as a senior in high school. I have never seen such fear from my colleagues as I have seen in the last 2 months. There are 33 instructional resignations for approval tonight, double the amount at this time last year. And I know for a fact that number will only increase as the summer progresses. These numbers stem not from site-based leaders, not from classroom management issues. These numbers stem from teachers leaving the county, the state, or the profession altogether because of the culture that has been created in this district by certain members of the school board and members of this community. We couldn't recognize student achievements here tonight because of the political climate we're currently in. We have over 100 vacancies right now and more to come. I'd be lying if I didn't say that it was a nightly conversation with my husband about leaving my position. But I stay, and I'll continue to stay. I have a son, and I will have another soon, and they both are my reason to be here tonight. I want my boys to have the same educational care that I had in this county, and that cannot happen if we drive out all of our wonderful teachers. I have former students that are now teachers in our county that happen to be here tonight. I have current students that want to come back here to teach. A school board member walking into campuses to report teachers to the DOE without so much as a conversation is not a great recruiting tactic.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.